Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally, and today I have 4 vintage-looking summer thrift flips. If you are new, welcome. Here on my channel, you'll see lots of crafts and very occasionally some furniture flips, lots of dump hauls, and trash to treasures. This week I have thrift flipped some baskets were on a local auction, and I picked up 15 baskets for $15, all different shapes and sizes. And so I wanted to use this first one because I just love the pretty color purple that is on it. The grays and purples reminded me of lavender, and it is a well-constructed basket. I washed it very well, and I put some floral foam in the bottom and glued on some Spanish moss. And then once that was all set, then I went into my stash and I pulled out some beautiful lavender. It matched perfectly with the color on the basket. And I used my wire snippers to just snip off the long stems so that I could go ahead and place those in. And then I had picked up a really beautiful bush at Hobby Lobby, and when it was half price I paid $5, which was a pretty decent price for the size of it, I thought. And so I went ahead and just took some of that. It's a little bit flimsier. It doesn't have quite as much of the wire, so I did find where the wire pieces were, and I cut those off. And then I just went ahead and filled that in all around the outside edge of the basket to get me started. And then taking the lavender picks, I put them more toward the center where the height would be, and just filled in the center with some of that lavender. And then where it seemed a little bit too tall, here and there I fluffed it out, and then I took some and broke them off. And then just using my hot glue gun, I just went ahead and glued some of those in. So they're a little bit shorter and they didn't have the wire, but I wanted to use them as some filler, so that worked perfectly fine, just gluing in some here and there. And then I wanted to go back to that first bush, which maybe is a baby's breath, I'm not certain, and put a little bit more toward the center, and then just fluff that out. And it is really adorable for $1 for the basket and a couple of bucks for the florals. I thought it was really cute. And I always like to add a hang tag or to do something a little bit different, a bow or sometimes a piece of fabric on the outside edge or something. So this time I took a free printable that I had gotten from the Graphic Fairy, and I just went ahead with that lavender. I cut off some of the words because it was a little too long, and just decoupaged that rice paper printed tag onto a piece of cardboard that I had hanging around in my craft room. I put some decoupage on the bottom and on the top to make sure that that was going to be good and glued on, and then just took my 1-hole punch and punched it. And then I thought it needed just to be a little bit thinner, just fixing the shape of it, and took antiquing wax first. I wanted to make this a little bit more antiquing, vintage looking, so I just went around the outside edges to darken up the tag and make that look older. A little bit of dry brushing along the top. And then I had a piece of raffia jute twine of sorts, and just made a loop, put that through that tag, and put it on the edge of the basket to dress that. And I think that that came out very sweet, very summery. I have a fair amount of lavender in my home this year, but it sells very well. So I like the way that that lavender color looked against that basket. I have a number of other items and ideas to do with some of the other baskets, so make sure you follow me over the next few weeks. And you'll see some of the other ways that I use baskets, trying to get a little bit more creative. Now the second item that I had was something I'm just refurbishing real quickly. And this is very simple. This spring sign I love has a little movable bird, but it's almost summer, so I decided I wanted this to be a double-sided sign. So I removed the hanger and the sticker, cleaned it off, and then just went ahead and gave it one coat of the linen white chalked paint so that I had a clean surface to work with. And once that was dry, I went on just Word and printed on rice paper. I figured not to waste the paper. I might as well put a few other words in there for future projects. So I also did autumn and fall. But for today, I just wanted summer. And I did it in a little bit deeper green than the spring word. And again, just decoupaged that on one layer on the back, smoothed it out real well, one layer on the top of that. And then once that is completely dry, I like to go ahead with my sanding block and sand away any of the paper edges, giving that a nice clean edge. And then once I get all of the edges cleaned up, I also like to make this more vintage looking or more distressed looking. And so I again used some of the antique wax on the edges. Now both of these first two projects are very, very simple. You could do this with just a block of wood. If you have one hanging around, any basket and some florals, just really, really quick on the first two. It is really the second two that I really like, so make sure you stick around. Number 4, I believe, is my favorite. Once I was finished dry brushing the antiquing wax on, then I just put a little bit more on the bird to help the feathers stand out just a little bit. And that's all I did to that. Very, very simple. So here it is when it says spring. And then here it is. I can now utilize that for summer as well and don't have to waste. I might as well use the other side, especially since that bird moves around. But even if it didn't, it would have been cute either way. So that was very simple. But on to number 3. At a recent yard sale, I picked up 2 cabinets, one tall and one small, $1 for the tall and 50 cents for the small. They are beautiful, lightweight wood, solid wood. And this first one, I just took some bare paint that I had a sample of from Home Depot, and I just barely painted it. You can see how some of the wood is still showing through intentionally. And then once that's dry, I am taking my chalked paint in linen white with a brush, and I am just haphazardly, not in any real, good fashion. I'm just kind of plopping the white down on over this because I want this piece to look aged eventually, and I don't want it to have that perfect look. I want to be able to see some of the wood. I want to be able to see some of the blue coming through, and so I am intentionally just sort of slapping it on here and sort of being messy about it. So that took me, a couple of minutes and kind of 1.5 coats. You can see I went the other way on some of the top of it and finished that up. I have had this, I took my sander to it when it was all dry outside so that I could make sure that some of the wood and some of the blue popped off. Because I have had this last bird from a transfer that I had purchased, months and months ago, called Postal Birds. And I have used all of the different birds that was on it, and I've just been waiting for the perfect project to use this blue-colored bird. I just thought it was really lovely, and I didn't want to just put it on anything. I really just kind of was waiting for the moment, and it seemed like this was the moment. It started to just come together. I was having a little bit of trouble getting it off. I did spray a poly clear coat before I did it, but I don't know if I just didn't wait long enough, or for whatever reason it took me a little extra trouble getting that, or maybe just because the transfer was quite older. Then I took out my Farmhouse IOD stamps and some blue ink, and I just stamped the word nest and put that at the top of this cabinet door. And I took the sander, once that was dry, the sanding block, and wiped some of that away. I wanted it to be vintagey, and I sprayed the whole thing, and my husband added 3 knobs on the bottom to hang towels or any number of things from it. And I used that hook I had taken off my spring sign for the back so I could hang it up. And that's all there was to this one. I thought that came out really sweet, but I have to tell you, number 4 is my favorite. Same yard sale. This one was 50 cents. And I had been wondering what to do with it, and today the Graphics Fairy sent me this free graphics, and I love it. Sweet pea seed pack, and then I also went out to Pinterest and I saw these other beautiful seed packs, so I'll try to remember to put the link in my description to both of these free printables so that you can also get them. And I printed this on the rice paper and had to cut off the bottom words in order to get it to fit, but I'll use those another time on a different project. So I just went ahead and used my Mod Podge on the bottom. Now it did suck that right in there with the natural wood that had, barely been just sanded. But I was able to reposition it and put it exactly, that's what I love about rice paper versus tissue paper. Repositioned it, got it in there, got another coat of the Mod Podge over the top so that it would not lift off, got rid of some of the air bubbles there, and then once that was fully dry, again, I just took my sanding block around the edges just to clean up those edges and also distress the paper just a little bit, and then just wipe that off. And then I took my antiquing wax, which I have with a touch of black paint in very warm water, melted that all down a little bit, and then I like to use that as a stain. Today I'm using a sponge brush, and I just brush that on and then wipe it back. And that gives you just a lovely rich brown color. If you want less, you just add more water and less antiquing wax. And so I just I just stained the entire thing. And then I wanted to get a little bit on the actual seed pack graphic, and tried it with that, but it wasn't quite enough for me, so I just straight up used the antiquing wax itself, just around the edges, and just blending that graphic into the sign a little bit better, wiping that back. And I love the way that this seed pack looks. I love the colors. I just really, really like this graphic. And it really goes very well in my kitchen on my barn board door with this gorgeous wreath that I have. So I thought I would just tuck it right in the middle, and it made such a lovely display. The color is actually the same color as the barn board as well. And then here it is with a beautiful floral arrangement. And I love this one, but you'll have to let me know which one is your favorite. I know today's flips were rather simple, but I do appreciate it if you ever like any of the videos that you watch, if you would share with a friend so that will help my channel grow. Hit the like and feel free to leave a comment. That also helps, and I love to hear from you. Thank you for stopping by. I will see you in the next one. Take care.